I'm lazy. Personally, I'm not going to spend the time to cut a coupon to save 50 cents on something. But if I find something on sale, damn right I'm going to buy it. And fantasy football is no different. Every year there's a few studs that fall down the draft rankings, and deservedly so in some cases. But I'm not going to draft those studs super early and assume all the risk, no. But what I will do is take a draft day discount when they're given. What is going on, Headliner Nation? Hopefully everyone is doing well out there today. Yes, I'm still in Arizona. Yes, it's gotten hotter. Yes, that's an ice bag on my head. It's like 812 degrees outside right now, and I don't want to die of heat stroke. But just because it's hot outside doesn't mean we're going to stop talking about fantasy football. That's why in today's show, we're talking about a few discounted studs in 2025. But just because I'm melting doesn't mean that I can't have some more fun with discounts. So how about I offer a draft guide discount? So let's go ahead and do this. The first 50 people that head over to tfhdraftguide.com and get their draft guide right now, I'm going to get you a 25% off code. And we're just going to make that code STUD, so it's super easy for you. So once again, like I said, there's a link down below in the description to tfhdraftguide.com. Head over there super quick. Buy your draft guide using the referral code STUD at checkout. You're going to get 25% off, but don't wait if you haven't gotten one anyway. The price is set to increase on June 1st to $24.99, and you want to get it cheaper if possible, so don't waste any more time. Your league mates, they're out there buying them right now. It is chocked full of all kinds of information, everything that you need to dominate. Now, the draft guide is already live. There's already content up there, and what's beautiful about that is you get a living draft guide. That means over the next couple months, up until week 1 of the NFL season, we can add and update all the information there. So every time you log in, you have the most updated information. But like I always tell people, if you don't get the draft guide, your league mates will, and then they're gonna teabag you all season long, and that's not ideal. So before we have nightmares of being teabagged by your opponents, let's talk about a few discounted studs here in 2025. And let's go ahead and start off with Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. He's currently the quarterback 15 overall in consensus rankings and has 5 top 10 finishes at the position. Now, we're still early here in the offseason, but as of right now, he has a projected ADP right around the 9th to 10th round or so. We've seen him have top 3 seasons at the position, though, and have a lot less than what he has at his disposal right now. Look at 2023. He basically only had CeeDee Lamb. That year, he threw for 4,500 yards and 36 touchdowns. No other wide receiver on the team. Outside of CeeDee Lamb, he even had more than 700 yards that season. Now we add in another top-tier wide receiver to this offense in George Pickens. Now, yes, I know he is a potential headache, but talent-wise, he has everything he needs to be a high-performing NFL wide receiver. Now, if we look at pure talent, this duo in Dallas may be one of the best in the NFL, but we also know the Cowboys' run game is a lot worse right now than it was in 2023. I would guess a lot of people out there would agree that Tony Pollard and Rico Dowdle are better than this year's Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. Now, on average, just for Dak to finish as a top 12 quarterback, he would need to be right around 282 fantasy points. That's right around 4,000 yards and 28 touchdowns, something he's done in each of his last 3 seasons in which he's played at least 16 games. Now, obviously, he's had trouble playing in 16 games a season, but if you draft him late and he plays anywhere near that 16 game mark, you got yourself a discount stud. Now, another discount stud is Alvin Kamara, running back for the New Orleans Saints, currently running back 17 overall in the consensus rankings, but he also has 5 top 10 finishes at the position. Here early this offseason, his projected ADP is right around the 4th round, though. So many people have just written off Alvin Kamara nowadays, and I totally get it. He's not now what he used to be. However, the guy just had 1,500 total yards, 68 receptions, and 8 touchdowns, finished as the RB10 overall, and missed the last 3 games of the season. Now, to me, that's really impressive because the offensive play calling in New Orleans has been straight boring and vanilla with Dennis Allen and Darren Rizzi here over the last couple of seasons. Kamara, however, still found a way to score at least 10 fantasy points in 12 of the 15 games he played in. But now, finally, once again, Kamara is going to get an offensive-minded head coach in Kellen Moore. 4 of the 6 years that Kellen Moore has been an offensive coordinator inside the NFL, he's led a top 12 rushing offense in the NFL. He's already come out and praised Alvin Kamara. We know that the Saints aren't loaded with a ton of weapons, but here is the ultimate boost to his value. Derek Carr is gone. He's retired. New Orleans now has the worst quarterback room in the NFL, and typically average quarterbacks really utilize their running backs a lot more to take pressure off the passing game. With the potential of a crap ton of dump-offs, we could be looking at a whole lot of Alvin Kamara in 2025. Now, being that he's the current running back 17 in the consensus rankings, he would really only need to score right around 196 fantasy points on the season. He has scored that much in all but 2 seasons in his career, and now you get Alvin Kamara once again at a discount in 2025, potential discount stud written all over him. But what about Cooper Kupp, also the current wide receiver 47 overall in consensus rankings? We know he's had 2 top 5 finishes at the position, and here early in the offseason, he's got a projected ADP into the 10th round, the double-digit rounds for Cooper Kupp. Now, yes, he is older. Yes, he's dealt with a ton of nagging injuries. But in the 10th round, as my team's wide receiver 4, why not take a chance and just see what happens? Now he's in Seattle. He's back home. He was born in Washington, went to high school in Washington, went to Eastern Washington for college. But we also know that Geno, DK, and Tyler Lockett are all gone and no longer in Seattle. It's now Sam Darnold, JSN, and Cooper Kupp. Now, Kupp is going to have an opportunity at a big-time role once again in Seattle. Now, sure, we don't know if he's going to be able to stay healthy or not, but he's almost outside the top 50 wide receivers in fantasy. He barely needs to score 120 fantasy points to return draft value. That's right around 60 catches for 650 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's done better than that in each of the last 3 years, despite never playing more than 12 games in a season. Now, he may never be a top 10 guy again, but he could easily find a way to outperform his projected ADP and be a discount stud. Now, to wrap things up today, how about a tight end? The football kind, of course, because you know I want to keep it classy around here. Let's talk about Evan Ingram, now the tight end of the Denver Broncos. Currently, the tight end 10 overall in consensus rankings, but we know he's had 3 top 10 finishes at the position in the past. His current projected ADP is into the 8th round. Now, last year, we were super high on Jonnu Smith here on this channel. We were all aboard the bandwagon. This year, for me, though, it's Evan Ingram. He's finished as the tight end 2 and the tight end 6 in 2 of the last 3 years he's been playing, and now he goes to, in my opinion, a much better situation in Denver. There's a lot less pass-catching weapons in Denver than there has been to deal with the last few seasons in Jacksonville. Now, we also saw last year that Bo Nix showed that he was more than capable of performing at a high level in the passing game in this Sean Payton offense, which is another key factor here. We know that Sean Payton has an offense that can feature a tight end. We saw him do it numerous years in New Orleans. Evan Ingram is a capable volume receiver and a solid threat in the red zone. I will not be surprised if he ends up turning into the binky for Bo Nix early on in 2025. Add in the fact that this Denver offense ranked 11th in passing volume in Bo Nix's rookie year. That number could increase in 2025. We could be seeing a potential breakout in this overall Denver offense this year, and well over 100 plus targets going the way of Evan Ingram. Personally, I'm taking him over David Njoku, Travis Kelce, and Jonnu Smith in 2025. And all 3 of those guys, as of right now, are being drafted ahead of Evan Ingram, but that's not going to be the case for my fantasy football rosters. He has the potential to be a discount stud. So there you have a few discounted studs in 2025. Now, if you haven't hit the like button already, why the hell not? I'm out here melting away for you to find some fantasy football dominance, but also if you have not subscribed yet, now is the perfect time to do so. Our draft guide isn't the only way to dominate. Following along with all of our weekly videos is going to make you a much better fantasy football player. Now, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section, what discounted studs are you looking at in 2025? Who are you hoping to get at a little bit of a discount? I'm going to do my best to be as interactive as possible down below in the comment section, so there's a pretty good chance that if you leave a comment, I'm probably going to respond to you. Now, I got plenty of other videos to go research and record, so I got to go refreeze my ice pack back so I can come back out here and melt once again. But hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and then most importantly, do your part to make the world a better place.